The only thing that I haven't done that I set a goal of is probably it's two things: win the EuroLeague and play in the Olympics. But
Wow.
like, I'm happy if I don't. I'm happy if I don't play in the Olympics. Obviously I would like to, but
Mm.
that's a different topic. And then I feel like I'm gonna win the EuroLeague somewhere.
With
And
Red Star?
I think Belgrade would be a beautiful place. Red Star would
I
be a
think so
beautiful
too.
place to win that.
Come on, so let's open
So,
the Red Star chapter, man.
but you know, obviously that's a huge thing. But those are just my goals that I've had. So personally, I'm happy with everything I've done. And now what gives me more happiness is like when my family tells me like, yo, we're so fucking proud of you. Like,
Fire, bro.
yeah.
We said Red Star. What drove you to sign with them? Besides, obviously, you know.
Aha, aha.
A lot of things. A lot of things. I think the number one thing is they're the team that was the most consistent
Yeah.
with like showing me that they wanted me from last season.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I had two huge moments against them, home and away.
The little free throw moment.
The free throw. First of all,
Oh my God.
we got to talk about the free throw because
This
Yes.
is, bro, this went so viral.
bro,
This went worldwide. This was crazy.
Yo.
And it was
Okay.
an important game for them, right?
it was an important game for
They
both
were
of us,
fucking-
right? So check this out. That game, if you look at the stats, I was killing.
Yes.
I had like 15 and 9 in like 16 or 17 minutes. And then for some reason, Dushko benched me. Dushko, coach, what the But if he didn't bench me, that moment never happens because we would have beaten them by double digits. But for some reason, like I was playing incredibly and then I didn't play like the last 15 minutes of the game. And then coach, they came back. I think Gidraitis hit like a 3
Yeah.
to like either make it a 1-point game or something like that. And then coach put me back in the game. We got a defensive stop and then a rebound. I got fouled. We're up 2. I missed the first one because like I was like out of rhythm, out of the game, and I was pissed. I missed the first one. I remember like my face being like, coach, like this is your fault. But I look back at the bench and like they're saying miss it. And I'm like, so now I'm 0 for 2 from free throws and like I hate missing free throws. But I'm like, okay, how can I miss this where they don't have a chance to get the ball? And like in that moment, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna do this. I've never done that shit in my fucking life before, bro.
This could have gone wrong too.
Bro,
I've seen Okobo try to do this against
Yeah.
Panathinaikos. He missed the whole rim, bro.
and it's a
So they get the
violation if you
ball.
do that.
Yes.
And then
Shoots.
they hit a game winner.
Yes.
That was after I did mine. So I did it, got the ball back, and like threw the ball in the air, and I
See
was
ya.
like, let me go home. And if you see my reaction, like I'm pissed, and I'm
Yeah.
just doing this. I'm just doing this. I was so mad. I didn't think that was like a viral moment. I think, all right, we won the game. Now the game's over. Like I'm pissed going to the locker room. Like if I played my normal 28 minutes, we win this game convincingly. Like now we gotta. That's what I was thinking. And then I saw they posted the video, and I'm like, oh, that is kind of cool. When I calmed down, and I'm like, all right, we won the game. I'm good. Like I'm like, that's kind of cool. My videographer happened to be at that game as well. He was like, bro, like, what did you just do? And I'm like, was it that crazy? And then I think the next morning, that's when it really went viral.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's
had a
insane,
moment.
man.
So that was the first one against Red Star. After that game, I posted, which is also now funny. I posted the song by Davido that, I knew it was a Serbian song, and I found out about the song like a couple weeks before that. And I knew it would get like some reaction. I didn't know that it would like make both of those fan bases like crazy about me. But I think that's the second thing that happened that made me like get that kind of like attention. And it went crazy. And then maybe, was that before? No, it was also before the Partizan game.
Yes.
Do you remember that
Yes,
situation?
yes.
The free throws where I made those 2 free throws
Yes.
and James Nunnally and Zach
Yes.
Leday were talking. So like after that free throw with Red Star, I had 2 things with both teams at home that was like, oh shit, this guy's kind of interesting. And then fast forward, we go to Red Star. Behind the scenes of that Red Star game, I didn't bring my passport because I thought that my EU residence card would be enough, and I was also getting my visa because I'm Nigerian. I need to get visas before time. So like some embassy had my passport, and I'm like, I'm gonna travel with my residence card. 8 hours later, being at the airport, like they finally like made an exception for me to get into the country for 2 days, play the game, and then leave. So like my team arrived at like 5:30, and I got to the hotel like 1:30, hadn't eaten. I was like tired, exhausted. Then I ended up playing a great game and having an offensive rebound at the end of that game to win the game. So those things happened where it just felt like I was just so popular in Serbia, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. Both teams asking me. You know, you see the fans say, come to this team, but genuinely it was like, yo,
They want you.
You better fucking come here.
Yeah, it's
Do you like
crazy.
this? Honestly.
Yes and no. But then the last part of the story is the YouTube video against Partizan. That's my best video that I've ever done in terms of views. And like they loved it, and it was like Partizan fans kept saying like, you belong to us, you belong to us. Like when you're a free agent, you come here. Fast forward to now that I'm a free agent, Partizan never offered. So how am I gonna go there?
They never offered?
They never offered. I'm sure they were more interested in terms of the buyout season, from what I heard. But my communication I'm not with that agent anymore, but with that agent, my buyout was so much that like I don't think he was telling me every single update.
Yeah.
So I would see these updates on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'm like, is this true? And I'm thinking like, well, I know my buyout is this amount. So either someone's lying or I'm just not being told information because they know that I'm not leaving. So whatever. And then I think it was right before the season started where like I heard from my agent like, yo, like this buyout thing it's still not where it can be, but would you consider giving up some money to go there? Giving up some money? No, I'm not. I still have a contract. You've made me sign this contract, so I'm going to honor this contract.
Yeah.
Coming back my second year. Throughout the whole thing, Red Star was interested, and then I'm a free agent now, so all right, let's see who's really interested. Red Star was the team, and Cody was a big reason for that, and like the GM, everybody up top, you know, the coach, players, like they showed me love, and it was like dealing with what I went through the last few months in Baskonia. I wanted to be somewhere where I was loved, and needed and wanted, and that's the most important thing.
We spent a lot of time with Alex in Serbia recording podcasts. We had the president of Partizan, Ostoja.
Yeah.
We had coach from Red Star, Sfairopoulos. Bro, like when you live there quite some time and see how people leave basketball, are you really ready for what's coming?
I don't know. I don't think I don't think you can be ready for something like that. Obviously, you have a certain expectation, but I'm looking forward to experiencing it. I don't think everyone is capable of playing in that environment. I know I am, and I know I'm. There's a reason why like they gravitated towards me, the fans of both teams, and yeah, I can't wait.
I think I have a vision right now. Final Four in Belgrade. Let's start with Chima in the Final Four. Sounds good, right?
Hold on, I'm still envisioning it. Oh,
Vision it, man. Just vision it.
that sounds good. That looks good.
Sounds good.
I mean, you will reach, if this happens, and I really hope it will, this is going to be like another sphere, man.
I don't even want to think about that because like that's just like legendary. So
Chima, how much did you sign for in Red Star?
I would say more than I made last year, and less than my next contract will be. I know.
Good answer.
That's a great answer.
That's a good
Whoever
answer.
watches this, don't steal my answer, okay? All right.
That's a good answer.
What's your message to the Red Star fans that look forward to see you play in the arena?
I'm gonna give my all. Like it's a place where I want to be. It's a place where I know I'm wanted and desired and needed. You're gonna get the best version of me. I don't want to make predictions, but I'm very excited about the team that's being built.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be very fun. And
They look aggressive this offseason.
Yeah. I like it. I'm super excited.
And what is your message to any Partizan fan that will see you play against them?
I would just say that I appreciate the love from when it started up until I signed to Red Star. But you guys signed Jabari Parker, and I was never offered anything to go there, so can't be mad at me. And if you guys think Jabari Parker is better, then you should be happy that I didn't go there, right?
Is he better than you?
To me. Come on, man. You know my answer. I'm not going to say he's better than me.
For sure. You got one of your boys playing in Red Star. You're going to be teammates with him, John Brown, the third. He said some pretty, actually on our podcast, some controversial comments about Partizan. What is your opinion about, all those very hot rivalries?
Good for basketball, good for the fans, good for entertainment. It's just great as long as it never crosses a personal line of, violence or like abuse in any way. Then I think everything is fair game. And no matter who you are, if you know about basketball, like you want to tune into these games.
Yeah.
I know I always did, and now being a part of it, not just in the EuroLeague, but in the ABA League as well. Whew, it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. So I can't wait.
We had Coach Sfairopoulos on the podcast also. That is, let's say, slightly different from your energy.
Pretty much the opposite.
What did he tell you to come?
He told me that he wanted me to be myself.
Nice.
Completely. He told me that he has a vision for the team, how they want to play, but he also wants his players to be themselves, and he coaches to use, the players' best qualities, which I love to hear, because a lot of coaches, they like to be like, oh, well, he can't really shoot that well, or he's not tall enough, or this. I'm always of the belief that if I'm here, not even just me, but anyone in general, if a player is at this level, they do something well. So what can you do as a coach to make sure that they do that thing well more often? If you're focused on the negatives, that means that you're worried that you can't coach this player to put him in a position to do what he does well at a high level all the time. That's how I look at coaching. And, when he said that, I love to hear it, and I can't wait to play for him.